I actually wanted to get your thoughts on the song Nereah by Sauti, because we actually had a John Allen hosted them, I think, a few weeks ago, just after it had come out, the controversy around what it is, you know, the messaging vis-a-vis the discussions and what some people feel, their values, and feeling like they're now pushing it down people's throats. What do you think about it?
Nereah is very personal to me, I have to say. I was sitting once, let me tell a story, a quick one. 2 years ago, I was sitting with Bien at my house, and we spoke about abortion. And I was telling him a story about this woman who made the man very, very sad, and because of having gotten an abortion behind the man's back. And he said, pause. Bien is very creative. He said, pause. Then he went to my bedroom for 30 minutes, I kid you not. Then he came out humming. He says, nimepata song. Then he went upstairs, played it on a keyboard. And 2 years ago, Nereah was born. So I think it's a very beautiful song. I saw guys who are pro-life and pro-choice arguing about it. But I think the message is just very simple, that, you know, I am a guy. I know most guys would, you know, turn their backs against a situation of this sort, but I'm requesting you not to abort. So I love it. And the rendition and the ballad and the symphony and the voice, it's very rich. It's a beautiful song.
Oshin.
It's a beautiful song. It's a beautiful message. I don't understand why people who have access to a keypad or a keyboard have the need to argue with every single thing that somebody outputs. How did this become an argument between pro-choice and pro-life people? Like, oh,
but
you're
I
dictating how somebody
and this lady who came out with stats about what's really been happening. And her argument is, when you look at the people who argue on the other side, there are situations that get you to abort. There are all these arguments, and perhaps you had some of them.
Fine,
rape and all of that.
But we're talking about that type of situation.
No, what
this
I
was
think,
a personal song.
What for me, I think,
where do you draw the line between personal and there are, sorry to cut you short, artists who have this platform, so it's not, they're not singing unto themselves. This is a public.
Yes, but then again, the song is not telling you as a woman of any standing not to abort. They're talking to this Nereah person. It's just a song.
It's actually a personal plea.
Yeah, it's how people always go like, oh, Beyonce really and Jay-Z are gonna break up. Look, she's singing about,
for me,
blah, blah, blah. It's a song, it's creativity.
No, but unfortunately, the thing is this. Really, this is Sauti. So if they bring something that has talkability, then it is actually really nice that they've allowed that conversation to continue. So whether they're being personal or not being personal, the fact is whatever wasn't being talked about is now being talked about.